Please proceed, Archie.
Wow, amazing. What a beautiful piece of epic music. I would say it was fantastic, amazing, and fabulous. I'm all excited. I'm sure you too have the same spirits. Fellow Toastmasters, energized debaters, and amazing guests from around the globe. This is Toastmaster Faisal, your Sergeant at Arm today. I welcome you all to the knockouts finals. Finally, the finals of Energize Debaters Conference 2021. We are excited to see you all. Let me remind you few ground rules of today's debater conference. Please ensure your mics are muted and videos are closed. And please switch to the speaker's view. With these few rules, now it's time to introduce somebody different today, by the way. The first, second, and third day, I introduced someone else who was the event chair, but today it's time to introduce the hosting club president. Career-wise, he's a logistics and supply chain professional, managing the freight commercial desk with Agility Logistic Kuwait. Started off his Toastmasters journey in 2011 and is presently serving Area Director, Area 17, also the president of Critical Thinkers Toastmasters Club, which is the hosting club of this event. He's also IPP Elite Debaters Kuwait. In 2018, he was crowned the contest winner at the District 20 Evaluation Contest, big achievement at DTAC held between Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait. On June 20, 2020, he captained the Kuwait debate team that won the first ever regional TM debate contest. That was also a conference held between Kuwait, Dubai, Qatar, and Bahrain. Presently, he is a mentor for aspiring public speakers and also conducts various evaluation and debates workshops within the GCC regions. With this amazing introduction of that person, help me welcome to our hosting club president, Toastmaster Prince George. Over to you, Toastmaster Prince George.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms Faisal Jamil. Thank you so much for a warm introduction. Good evening, fellow debating enthusiasts. Wow, the grand finale. Yet again, takes me back to that wild roller coaster ride the same time last year, at the inception of the Synergize debate conference in 2020. Some of us like-minded, passionate debaters envisioned and proposed a regional debate championship, and a very committed team laid the seeds of the first ever Synergize debate conference. We were 4 teams battling it out from 4 countries, Bahrain, Qatar, Dubai, and Kuwait. And that's when we, as Elite Debaters Toastmasters Club, won the championship. What we took with us was the immense learning, experience, and growth. Tremendous. This year round, we have 8 clubs from the same 4 countries. The competition has doubled, and so has the debating intensity. Through the knockout rounds and the semifinals last night, we now have 2 finalists who will take us through yet another nerve-wracking rollercoaster ride tonight. Critical Thinkers Toastmasters Club and Take Debate Toastmasters Club. For this year, we have also launched the official website www.debatersconference.com. Kudos to the organizing team led by DTM Noor Mohammed, Toastmaster Bindu Pillai, DTM Gayatri Ravindran, DTM Leo Ortega, and Toastmaster Shweta Raghuraman. And a very committed tech team who have turned this dream into a reality. More debating charisma to follow every year ahead. Also, around the same time last year, we planted the seeds for Critical Thinkers, a platform for like-minded individuals who dared to dream beyond the regular grind. The Delta X Seekers, who are passionate public speakers who also wanted to hone their critical thinking skills to be more equipped for the real world out there. And that's where we planted the seeds for Critical Thinkers Toastmasters Club. A typical Critical Thinkers meeting would have specialty workshops from advanced soft skills and public speaking skills, development, seminars on advanced sciences like astronomy, books analysis for avid readers, movie analysis by movie buffs, critical thinking tests and analysis, quizzes, debates, and of course, the Pathways program. Taking baby steps and concluding 1 year as critical thinkers, I'm proud to mention that we are now a President's Distinguished Club and have added immense value to our 20 and counting strong members. We are indeed proud to host this year's debating conference. Do feel free to visit us as a guest if you'd like to know more. Now to introduce the Master of Ceremonies for the evening. A finance professional by education and a homemaker by choice who came into the world of Toastmasters 8 years ago. During this course, she has taken up many leadership roles, donned the hat of a mentor and coach, and participated in several contests. It has been a rewarding journey that has enriched and empowered her and made her a more focused and motivated individual who definitely wishes to leave a mark in whatever she takes on. An occasional writer, an avid reader, an OTT buff, a wannabe artist, she believes that life is a daily gift waiting to be unwrapped. Please put your hands together for the MC of today's grand finale, Toastmaster Vijaya Sukumar. Over to you, Toastmaster Vijaya.
Thank you so very much for that introduction. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Synergize, the Debaters Conference 2021. I am your MC for this evening, and it is my absolute pleasure to be back amongst you all once again. If you're wondering why once again, I was here last year when it was the trailblazer of an event. Today, what you are about to witness is the culmination of a battle that commenced on June 18th this year. A battle between gentle warriors who slay without drawing a drop of blood, who pierce armors with their rhetorical barbs of facts, logic, and rationale. A verbal battle that goes under the nomenclature of debating. All of us are drawn here through our common love for the art of debate. The art of debate and public speaking is not new, and it can be traced back to antiquity. In ancient Greece, the philosopher Socrates used debate as a way of understanding the world by drawing out answers from his followers. Medieval England saw the rise of parliament in order to aid the kings. In fact, parliament is derived from the French word parler, to speak. As parliament evolved, however, it went beyond simply just granting taxes and listening to the king. Instead, it became a place of debate and policy. Then in 1858, the debate for an Illinois Senate seat between Abraham Lincoln and Stephen Douglas, it was famed for their skill and ability to get to the heart of the argument. In fact, this inspired a whole type of modern debating. Friends, debate has always played an important role throughout history, and even today, it shapes our lives. And where does it all stem from? It stems from differing perceptions. Our perception about something is always very different from another person's. One has to learn to be open-minded and see things from another's point of view. In the story from the famed book To Kill a Mockingbird, Atticus Finch says to his daughter Scott, "You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view until you climb into his skin and walk around in it. Well, we don't really have to climb into anyone's skin. We just need to don our debater's hat, because debating offers you this opportunity to see things from another person's perspectives. And until we do so, we will never understand why things happen the way they do. Most of us like to make preconceived judgments, which lead to altercations between friends, colleagues, husband, wife, siblings. That's because we jump to conclusions too quickly, and then we fail to see the other person's point of view. Looking at another person's perspective helps us understand things in a different light and opens up the path for a whole lot of understanding and tolerance. Believe me, after witnessing our finalists today, we are all going to be able to offer more logical, refined, and structured arguments in our day-to-day squabbles. Jokes apart, debating sharpens your analytical skills, persuasive skills, as well as your researching skills. As I said earlier, it enables you to see both sides of the coin and helps you take an informed decision. Like a chess match, it provides intellectual entertainment for the non-participants, namely us. So now, I hope I have substantially whetted your appetite for an intellectual feast. Let me inform you how we got the creme de la creme for this evening's finals. The knockout rounds held on June 18th and 19th witnessed 8 teams from 4 nations: Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and UAE. 4 of the teams qualified for the scintillating semi-finals that was held last evening. And from there emerged our 2 feisty finalist teams that are all set to lock their verbal horns in a battle royale. What has brought these 2 teams, the Critical Thinkers Toastmasters Club Kuwait and Take Debate Toastmasters Club Dubai, to the finale is the synergy of their combined efforts and individual skills. Speaking of synergy and teamwork, let me now shed some light on some unsung heroes. While I sit here basking in the spotlight, there are those that are working tirelessly behind the scenes. According to me, these are the true rock stars, as without them, an event of this magnitude would be a mere pipe dream. In this online debate, one just cannot emphasize enough the crucial role that technology plays, and ensuring that the event runs smoothly without a glitch is our IT support team. Our IT support team comprises of Shehryaz Kandi, Bindu Pillai, Neshi Kumar, and Vishal Edward Khan. Next, let me introduce you now to our team of timers who will be having their eyes glued to the clock and keeping track of every second and ensuring that everyone adheres to the agenda is our trio of timers. So please give them a round of applause. Timer 1, Toastmaster Anuradha Kamath. Timer 2, Toastmaster Ala Alatiki. And timer 3, Toastmaster Gayatri Ravindran. Results of a closely fought contest cannot be declared without the aid of these 2 gentlemen, our ballot counters, Mustafa Ali Syed Vishal Edward Khan. Please give them, all these unsung heroes, a huge round of applause with your emoticons. Yes, can I see some of those? Absolutely. That's great. Now, you have to keep the applause going. Believe me, you are going to burn several calories and also reap the benefits of acupressure. Now, for probably the most important person for this event, the chief judge for the Synergize Debaters Conference Grand Final. Please put your hands together for the chief judge, DTM Safir Aziz. A Toastmaster since 2002, DTM Safir Aziz has the distinction of being a Toastmaster in 3 countries. He has taken up leadership roles practically every year since he joined the fraternity, which has given him opportunities to connect with Toastmasters in many more countries. DTM Safir is a mechanical engineer by education, an aviation enthusiast by profession, and a Toastmaster by passion. Please join me in giving him a huge round of applause. Now, without further ado, let me now move on to the main reason we are here today. Chief Judge, are your judges ready? And do I have your permission to go ahead?
Yes, Vijaya, we are ready to go ahead. I just want to make a minor correction to what you said. The most important people in the room today are the debaters. We are only supporting them to do their best.
Okay, sir.
I wish the debate teams all the very best. You may please proceed.
Yes, thank you. So I stand corrected here, though I could pick up a debate with you, Chief Judge, on this later. It is time now for our gentle warriors to take center stage to bring out their arsenal of sarcasm, logic, and humor and engage in the grand finale of the Synergize Debaters Conference 2021. And to conduct the final round of debate, we have with us an erudite Toastmaster, DTM Ahmad Shukri, a Toastmaster since 2003. DTM Shukri specializes in the fine art of speech evaluation and formal debating. Winner of evaluation contest at DTAC 2012, DTM Ahmed enjoys a good book or a gripping movie during his spare time. As of 2013, he began the long and interesting journey of studying competitive debating. So please welcome our debonair and dynamic debate moderator, DTM Ahmad Shukri. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much indeed, MC, Madam Toastmaster Vijaya, for a beautiful and eloquent introduction and start of this evening's fantastic finale of the second Synergize Debate Conference. It was only 1 year ago where we initiated this groundbreaking, trailblazing idea of bringing all the collective intellectual minds and hearts from across District 20 and beyond, joining them in the sacred battlefield of the spoken word. And this evening, we're all pleasured and privileged to welcome the top 2 teams who made it through an everlasting, sacred battlefield of debating. A team under the banner of the critical thinkers, and another team under the name Take Debate. Both brave collection of speakers and debaters who proved themselves not only as worthy debaters, but also as able and aspiring communicators. And tonight, we shall witness the eventual debate that will crown the title holder of the second version of Synergize Debate Conference. Before we start our debate proper, please allow me to share a few ground rules that we're going to follow in tonight's fantastic finale. The debate will follow the Toastmaster International recommended format, and it will consist of 3 debaters on each side. The speaking order will be as follows. On the affirmative side is the Critical Thinkers Toastmaster Club. This team is headed by Toastmaster Mo Bera. The second speaker is Toastmaster Niluvar Samal. And the third speaker is Toastmaster Remy Raji. This will be our affirmative team. On the negative side, the team from Take Debate Toastmasters Club. The team captain is Toastmaster Kartikayan M. Second speaker is Toastmaster Parashant Trikanad. And the third debater or speaker is Toastmaster Sandeep Venkasarkar. Debaters shall speak according to their team sequence, the one that you have in front of you right now, during which we kindly request you to keep your videos off and your microphones on mute. The chat will be disabled for everyone so that we can focus on the thrill of the debating argumentation. Also, please remember that heckling of any debater during the debate is not allowed. Debaters are requested to keep their video on all the time during the debate, with devices fully charged and a very stable internet connection. If any debater has unstable connection or is unable to speak for 30 seconds, the backup debater, or in this case, the team captain, will take over exactly from the same spot where the connection was lost, and he or she must indicate that to myself, the debate moderator. The timers were already introduced by the Master of Ceremonies, and timer number 1 will keep time for all speeches and mute or unmute the affirmative team speakers. Timer 2 will mute and unmute the negative team speakers, and timer 3 will be the backup and timekeeper with the first timer. If there are any connectivity issues with timer 1, timer 3 will take up the first timer's role within 5 seconds. I wish all our timers all the best of luck for tonight's fantastic finale. The timing rules are as follows. Team captains will speak their opening speeches for 5 minutes. The green light will be shown as 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The yellow light will be shown at 4 minutes 40 seconds, and the red light will be shown at 4 minutes 50 seconds. The debater's microphone will be muted at exactly 5 minutes. Speeches by the second and third debaters, as well as the summation speeches, will be for 3 minutes. The green light will be shown at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The yellow light will be shown at 2 minutes 40 seconds, and the red light will be shown at 2 minutes 50 seconds. The debaters' microphones will be muted at exactly 3 minutes. Cross-examination segments will last for 2 minutes. The green light will be shown at 1 minute and 30 seconds. The yellow light will be shown at 1 minute 40 seconds, and the red light will be shown at 1 minute 50 seconds. After which, microphones of both the examiner and the respondents will be muted simultaneously. We will allow 30 seconds time break before every constructive speech for the judges to mark their ballots. A 5 minutes breakout session will be allocated for both teams to regroup and discuss before the summation speeches. Teams are offered the options to benefit from the breakout rooms and they will be escorted by the assigned technical moderator, timers, and chief judge. The backup debaters will accompany by the team. Of course, in tonight's fantastic finale, we will have no backup debaters. Technical moderators will ask the timer to start the 2 minutes countdown, and after making sure all team members are joined the breakout room. Once the 5 minutes are over, team members will be moved back to the main room to start the summary part of the debate. In the summary part of the debate, new material is not allowed. Normally, the moderator has the right to intervene when a debater gives new material. But to avoid technical glitches on this virtual platform, the moderator will indicate to the judges that there were an evidence of new material for them to consider, and all decisions made by the judges are final. Please, for all debaters, make sure to address all the remarks through the moderator, myself. The ideal way to present your addressing and arguments is to myself as the chief controller of today's debate. Teams can also have the option to represent a special interest group if they want to do so. Debaters shall always treat each other with respect. Judges can and shall penalize debaters guilty of rudeness or browbeating. Debaters shall ask fair questions on relevant subjects. Questions may originate from any speech given during the debate. Examiners shall be penalized for arguing with witnesses or making speeches instead of asking questions, because both of these actions will waste time and will not converge into a good cross-examination. The moderator, I, myself, may cut short a witness who obviously stalls or answers at unreasonable length, of course, to waste time or to buy more time from the examiner. Debaters shall give direct, honest answers. They must not evade questions. The reason why we have cross-examination is to examine the arguments through direct and cut to the chase questions. Again, I can intervene to stop any obvious case of evading the question. Witnesses are allowed to clarify an answer. Debaters being examined cannot ask questions except to clarify a question. Otherwise, we'll be having a back and forth battling between questions, or when a rhetorical question is asked. So the person answering the questions must avoid ping-ponging of questions during the cross-examinations. A debater must not help a partner who has risen to examine or while he is answering a question. The reason for that is because we have only 2 minutes and things can be quite intense and fast. So we need to be focused, direct, and to the point. Again, no heckling, points of order, or personal privilege may be risen during the debate if a severe breakage of the rules is present, and it has to be to me directly, the moderator. Rule violations may be risen by any debater to the moderator, and I shall address them at the same time or discuss them with the chief judge. These were our quite intensive rules for today's fantastic finale. By now, I would like to kindly ask our chief judge, DTM Safir Aziz, if we are ready to proceed.
We are almost ready to proceed. Yeah, Ahmed, a couple of clarifications from the technical team. Number one, has chat been disabled? Can the technical team please confirm?
Yes, sir. Chat has been disabled. It is restricted chat only to host.
Okay, and none of the participants are a co-host.
Yes, I confirm none of the debaters are co-host.
Yeah, thank you. And also, have we enabled the share screen option for all the debaters, or
Yes,
for
sir.
everyone practically? Okay,
All
thank you very much.
right.
Debate moderator Ahmed, you may please proceed.
Thank you very much indeed, DTM Stafir Aziz. I wish you and your team all the best of luck for tonight's debate. Now, are our brave debaters ready for this grand finale? I'm sure they are all ready and thrilled to start the debate. Our guests and audiences, are you ready? I'm sure without being muted, you're all ready for tonight's fantastic finale. Then let the fantastic finale debate begin. Our resolution for tonight is, it is resolved that the use of mobile phones by kids below 10 years should be banned. The resolution again, the use of mobile phones by kids below 10 years should be banned. With all the speakers, before I call upon you to start your segment, I will ask you to recite a small phrase to test your mic and your video. So may I kindly ask the affirmative speaker, team captain, Mo Bera, to unmute and repeat after me. Fantastic finale. Once again, team captain of the affirmative, unmute and open your video and repeat after me. Fantastic finale.
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. I confirm that you are both audible and visible. You may now please start your constructive speech.
Good evening. The motion today is the use of mobile phones by kids below 10 years should be banned. We, Team Affirmative, firmly support the motion. Let us define some important terms. Mobile phone. A mobile phone is a wireless handheld device that allows users to make and receive calls while accommodating web browsers, games, cameras, video players, and navigational systems. Ban. That which is officially or legally prohibited. Kids below 10 are human children, 10 years and below, including toddlers. Use is the action of using something. Team Affirmative comprises me, that is Mo, and I will place before you the impact of mobile phones on developmental milestones of a child. Second speaker, Nilofer, will speak on the psychosocial impact, and the third speaker, Remy, will highlight the safety dimension and the bans already in progress. So let's debate. Argument 1. Use of mobile phones impacts cognition, that is, the ability to think, to comprehend, and to apply knowledge. The Public Library of Science Journal 2017, a premier scientific organization, reports that there are significant predictors of poor cognitive functioning in school-going children that is directly linked to their engagement with the mobile phone during their formative years. Studies indicate that the increased mobile phone usage results in reduced verbal interactions with the child and significant adults, and are associated with negative developmental outcomes, learning deficits, and impaired academic achievement in later years. Argument 2. Use of mobile phones is linked with the rising incidence in the diagnosis of attentional difficulties, specifically ADHD in children. Scientists Nicken and Scholl's 2015 report that children are developing increasingly shorter attention spans due to their increased contact with smartphone technology. Argument 3, there is growing evidence of speech delays. 2017, the Pediatric Academic Society's PAS researchers found that the more handheld screen time a child's parent reported, the more likely a child was to have delays in expressive speech. For every 30 minutes increase in handheld screen time, researchers found a 49% increased risk of expressive speech delay. Argument 4, children who begin to use mobile phones from an early age find it difficult to self-regulate. With mobile phones, children get used to instant access, instant information, people, products, instant gratification. Now, in the absence of the mobile phone, the child is unable to delay gratification, and this leads to an immature display of emotions, temper tantrums. Argument 5, use of mobile phones is addictive. Young children cannot estimate the time they can spend on their mobile phones, and that's why excessive use of mobile phones becomes addictive. The International Classification of Diseases, 11th revision by the WHO, has included the diagnosis of internet gaming disorder in its online version as a disease. Habitual engagement with the mobile phone has significant and worrisome impact on a child's ability to learn, to pay attention, to communicate, and regulate emotion. Instead of us parents and adults handing that mobile phone to the child, why don't we spend time with the child? Why don't we share a common focus, read a book together, admire something together? Because real-time joint attention is a vital part of learning and communication. It is a skill that sets up a child to develop diversity in perspective, understand human communication. And hence, dear audience, and hence, it is our urge to the esteemed jury, we urge you to please pass this motion. Over to you.
Thank you very much indeed, team captain. Now, I'd like to ask the negative team captain, Toastmaster Karthikeyan, to unmute and repeat the word fantastic finale. Negative team captain, if you can unmute and say the word fantastic finale.
Fantastic finale.
Affirmative team captain, Mo Bera, can you please repeat the word fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. Both of you are audible and visible. Team captain of the negative, you may start your cross-examination.
Toastmaster Mubera, you had defined a mobile phone and you had said that it had a few things already on it. Can you tell me how those things got on to those equipment?
That's technology, sir.
Web browser?
Yes, sir.
Camera?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are they all controlled by a software which is called an app?
Some of it is. It comes
Yes.
with the phone.
Yeah. Those are apps which are preloaded on the phone. Okay. And they are called, that's why you call a phone a smartphone sometimes, you know, that because it is loaded. Thank you. And can these apps be deleted?
The apps can be deleted by adults.
Thank
but
you.
They can be equally installed.
No, thank you. Yes. I
Can
just
be
wanted to know, yeah, it can be installed and deleted by an individual, be it a parent. Yeah,
by a
thank you.
child too. By
Yeah,
a child
yes,
too.
yeah, yes. We will come to that as we move on. You had listed out a lot of data about various things which happen to a child. How many of them are for kids who are below 10 years? Because that's the demographic we are looking at.
Sir, our entire premise is based on children who are 10 and below, and that is why we have defined kids below 10 as children below 10 and below.
You know, because the reason I asked the question is because
including toddlers.
Ma'am, because you were mentioning, did you mention that they get internet gaming disorders in your speech?
It has been listed by WHO as an addictive disease.
Oh, so that
children below 10 do play games.
On the internet?
On mobile phones, which are internet enabled.
Okay. Fine.
A smartphone is enabled.
Yeah, thank you. I have no more questions.
Thank you very much. 30 seconds of silence for judges to mark their ballots. Thank you very much, timers. Negative team captain, Toastmaster Karthikeyan, please unmute and repeat fantastic finale.
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. For 5 minutes, the stage is yours for your constructive speech.
Good evening, members of the House and respected jury. We, the tech debate team, strongly oppose the motion that's on the floor. That is, the use of mobile phones by kids below 10 years should be banned. As the opening speaker of the opponent side said, a mobile phone is a wireless handheld device that allows users to make and receive calls when on the move. The rest of it, we will see how they got there. The Merriam-Webster dictionary defines banning as prohibition. Our opposition speaker presented to you a very grim picture of this mobile device and the ways in which it can be kept away or should be kept away from kids who are 10 years old and below. All these scary things like inability to think, attention deficiency, speech delays, and addiction, just to scare you. And we, as a team, will present before you facts to show you why this is not true. Now, let me start with the first thing. As the opponent speaker agreed with us, what made this mobile phone a smartphone was the apps that were loaded on the phone. These apps, as the speaker agreed with us, are user loadable and at the same time can be deleted by the user. What you load on the phone defines the type of device you have. One that is safe to use or one that leads you into the perils of the cyberspace. So the solution is not of prohibition, but regulation and control over what gets loaded on a mobile phone. Whether you embrace it or not, mobile technology is a fundamental part of the modern world. ICT, or the information communication technology, is now a part of our lives and is being used by all, from toddlers to pensioners. In such an environment, we cannot keep a segment, which is the kids below 10, away from this technology that provides them access and a gateway to the growing field of knowledge. In those growing years, they need this gateway. Mobile phones are a valuable part of a student's life. 10-year-olds and below are definitely students, you'll agree with us. And is an important aid in the learning process. We have seen this in recent times. During the COVID, the entire education process, the interaction between the teacher and the student moved online. And mobile phones became a very important tool in maintaining continuity of education. Educators tell us that if not for the mobile phone, 1.5 years of school education would have been completely wiped out for these young children. Now, imagine a household where there are more than one kid, and the parents are also working with work from home. How many devices can they have if they all have to go online? With limited resources of IT devices, mobile phones have been the savior, and over 90% of the students are attending classes using mobile phones. Mobile phones allow parents to keep track of their children, to be reassured that they are safe. Today, mobile phones can be used to call, to message, and know the location of their children and be reassured that they are still staying safe. I'll point you to a report that has been published by the London School of Economics and Political Sciences titled 0 to 8, which studied online usage by children of ages up to 8 years. It showed an increasing trend worldwide of the usage of the internet space and threw up very astonishing data. In South Korea, 93% of 3 to 9-year-olds go online for an average of 8 to 9 hours a week. In the US, 25% of 3-year-olds go online daily. It rises to 5% when they reach the age of 5, 70% by the time they're 8 years old. In Australia, 79% of the children between the age of 5 to 8 go online. This quest by the younger and the coming generation to digital paths seeking knowledge and entertainment cannot be stopped, and hence banning is not an option. Probably this is the reason why people who are in the industry of mobile phone manufacturing have started making mobile phones which are exclusively meant for kids. Samsung J4 with the Kids Zone and Kid Home apps, and MonQ Kids smartphones are some of them, which have apps which allow the parent to clearly define the digital boundaries, control screen timings, and have multi-level pin-coded approval process to know what the kid can have on the phone and what he cannot. Based on the above, I request the House to reject the motion that's on the floor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, team captain of the negative side. Can I kindly call upon the second speaker of the affirmative side, Toastmaster Niloufar Samal, to unmute and repeat the word fantastic finale.
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. Team captain of the negative, can you please unmute and repeat the word fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. I confirm that both of you are audible and visible. The second speaker of the affirmative team, Toastmaster Niloufar Samal, the stage is yours for your cross-examination.
Thank you, debate moderator. Sir, my first question to you is, do you think you can control what a kid does on the mobile phone?
Like we are already pointed out, what is important to note is that to give the right type of mobile phone to the kid.
Thank you, sir. I'll move on to the next question. Do you agree kids they can install apps on their own?
Ma'am, I think you're confusing. You should not give a kid a phone, an Apple 12 with all the apps. These can be deleted. There are apps to control the usage of the phone.
The next question.
Please.
Do you think that mobile phones are used only when studying?
They are used for studying also and entertainment. That's why I said the quest of this younger generation, the coming generation, to use these mobile digital parts for education as well as entertainment cannot be stopped.
Okay, so thank you, sir. I get your answer. My next question is, do you agree kids have very little knowledge about the vulnerability and security of the apps they install on their own?
Ma'am, this is exactly our point. What we are saying is that there are phones available with controls in it. Please give those phones to your children, not the phone which you are using.
Okay, thank you, sir. You have mentioned kids go online for long times in your argument, and you said that cannot be stopped. Are you saying that parents cannot protect their children anymore?
What made you say this, ma'am? There are today protectors available in the digital world. You can control what your child will see. And if you're not using it, we should start using those apps. There are plenty of them, not one or two, plenty.
Okay, thank you, sir. I end my questioning over here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much for both speakers. I'd like to allow 30 seconds of silence for judges to mark their ballots. Thank you very much, timers. Second speaker of the affirmative team, Toastmaster Niloufar Samal, please unmute and repeat the word fantastic finale.
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. I confirm that you're both audible and visible. You may start your constructive speech for 3 minutes.
Good evening. My worthy opponents did not effectively weigh the benefits of the mobile phone and blatantly ignored all the negative effects. The logic was flawed in most of the arguments, as it was evident in the cross-examination. My worthy opponent also assumes that children cannot install apps and can bypass controls. Now, my first argument in support of the motion: use of mobile phone causes depression. An article published in NIH, which included 1642 first grade children in Japan, found that routine and behavioral frequent use of mobile devices appear to be associated with several problems in childhood and causes depression. My second argument: Socially disabled. A study published by American Journal of Pediatrics states that early childhood is an important time to develop social skills, learn interaction with peers, and conflict resolution. Use of mobile phones limits the development of these social skills and they become uncomfortable socially. My third argument, de-individuated communication. A study published in Psychology Today emphasizes that children below 12 feel faceless, absent, anonymous, and unaccountable while being mean and hurtful to others when using mobile phones. Not spending time outdoors leads to loss of confidence, less creativity, imagination, responsibility, awareness. My fourth argument, use of mobile phones leads to several physical and mental health disorders. International Telecommunication Union published a paper at National Cancer Institute that every minute the human brain receives about 220 EM pulses, which causes two types of brain cancer, glioma and acoustic neuroma. Apart from the cancer risk, mobile phones influences kids' nervous system, which causes headaches, decreased attention, shortness of temper, and depression. Screen dependency disorder affected children may experience excessive gain or loss in weight, insomnia, and poor nutrition during their initial growth and development. My fifth argument, academic underperformance. Several studies proved beyond doubt that problematic smartphone use leads to behavioral addiction, tolerance withdrawal, preoccupation, neglect of other activities, and subjective loss of control as kids, as they cannot pay attention in school and the grades suffer. They also lose the motivation to succeed. We owe a moral responsibility to our children to keep them safe. Don't be late in realizing that. Schools world over are banning phones, even as educational devices. So be proactive.
Thank you very much. The mic is muted. Second speaker from the negative team, Toastmaster Parashant. Will you please unmute and repeat the phrase, fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster Nilufar, can you please unmute and say the phrase, fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. I confirm both of you are audible and visible. Toastmaster Parashant, the stage is yours for your cross-examination.
Toastmaster Nilufar, I just want to ask you a question which your opening speaker referred. What is the addiction? Is it the app in the mobile or the mobile itself?
Everything comes together to cause the addiction because it continuously stimulates the brain, because there is continuous one-on-one communication between the child and the device. There is
okay,
no
fine. Message clear. Now, if the apps are deleted, do you think you would like to hand over the mobile to your child?
I would hand over the mobile, but they can reinstall the apps anytime. It's very simple to reinstall the apps.
What do you think is a good amount to spend to make life a little easier for your child to buy a mobile?
I would like to spend more time with the child, not more money with the child.
Do you think you
do
you think you cannot afford $100 for?
It's not a question of money. It is a question of risk, and it is a question of responsibility as a parent. Money I may have, money.
Okay, fine, clear, fine. Okay, I'm done with my questioning. I would like to start my constructive speech.
Thank you very much indeed, negative speaker number 2. We will allow first 30 seconds of silence. Thank you very much, timer. Toastmaster Parashant, can you please unmute and repeat fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. You're audible and visible. You may start your constructive speech for 3 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, while my opposition team has talked a lot about banning smartphones, they seem to have completely missed the plot. They reminded me of a clouder of cats trying to climb glass unsuccessfully. They have conveniently hijacked the topic to construct lopsided and biased arguments to suit their convenience. Taking a cue from my opening speaker's drift, I would like to reiterate his stand. With his arguments and facts put forth, it is a foregone conclusion that banning mobile phones is undeniable, not an option. Mobile phones are sometimes viewed by some parents in a negative light or are hyperbolic, especially when children are involved, which is a fallacy. Though we are all well aware, my wise audience and parents in the house, let me clear this misconception. The benefits of providing a basic mobile phone far more supersede the drawbacks of not allowing a child to use a mobile phone. One of the primary concerns I heard put forth by our worthy opponent is there a possibility of health hazards. Let me clear this misnomer. As per the National Cancer Institute latest fact sheet of May 2021 on electromagnetic fields and cancer clearly demonstrates no widespread rise in brain and other nervous system cancers in the last nearly 3 decades, despite the enormous increase in cell phones used during this period. Mobile phones emit radiation in the radio frequency range of the electromagnetic spectrum, second, third, fourth generation phones, which emit in the frequency range of just 0.7 to 2.7 gigahertz. These frequencies all fall in the non-ionizing range of the spectrum, which is low frequency and low energy. Thus, there are no health risks causing cancer from the radio frequency exposure from cell phones use. Anything can be abused, including toys or a simple eraser for that matter. New technology always carries some risks, but we should not be rushed into panic measure. Children got hold of pornography, gambled, and bullied each other long before mobile phones were invented. These problems won't go away if we ban phone use. They can only be dealt with through good parenting, parental supervision, and more moral education. In the meantime, parents can get phones which block inappropriate content and ensure that children do not have credit cards to pay for it. Last but not the least, there's a perception that the cost of a mobile phone is prohibitive. But let me remind the audience that child phones are available for around $100 and even, in fact, lesser as well. Isn't that a small amount to pay for the safety and convenience of your child? In light of the facts just shared and reaffirming that the solution is not prohibition, but regulation and control of using the mobile phone.
Thank you very much. The mic is muted. Time is up. Third speaker from the affirmative team, Toastmaster Remy, can you please unmute and say the phrase fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. Speaker number 2 from the negative, Toastmaster Parashat, please can you repeat fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Toastmaster Remy and Toastmaster Parashat, you're both visible and audible. Toastmaster Remy, you can proceed with your cross-examination for 2 minutes.
Good evening, Toastmaster Prashant.
Good evening.
Are you aware that some of the countries have banned mobile phones in schools?
No, I'm not sure.
Okay. Are you aware that tobacco has been considered safe for 50 years and more? Tobacco and asbestos.
But what tobacco and asbestos has got to do with banning mobiles?
Okay. Now you have mentioned ionizing radiations. My second speaker have spoken more of pulsating and exposure to pulsating radiation. That is what causing 2 types of cancer, not the ionizing effect of radiation. So that is the fact you missed out in the tobacco fact. Okay, my third question. Do you consider all mobile phones as safe and equal?
No, as we already mentioned, that there are certain phones which are in the sense economical, and you mean economical, or are you in terms of the safety aspect?
I'm asking both economical and safety because this problem is multifaceted. All phones are equally safe and equally economical, means cheaper, affordable.
It depends on your requirement, you know.
Okay. My cross-examination is over. Over to debate moderator.
Thank you very much. We allow 30 seconds of silence. Thank you very much, Timer. Third speaker of the affirmative, Toastmaster Remy Raji, can you please unmute and repeat fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. You're visible and audible. You may now proceed with your constructive speech for 3 minutes.
Good evening, debate moderator, my worthy opponent, and the esteemed floor. My worthy opponent cited the convenience that comes along with the mobile phone. We urge young parents and learned audience to make informed choices only after weighing the cost we pay for this convenience. My argument number one, lessons from the tech creators. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, who did not allow to use smartphones by his children until they were in high school, which Apple co-founder Steve Jobs also followed. Tech billionaire Mark Cuban, Reddit co-founder Alexis, Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, did not give smartphones to their kids until they were 11 and have limited screen time afterwards. Apple CEO Tim Cook and Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella have come out and spoken against the use of mobile phones below 12 years. These Silicon Valley giants have one reason for doing that. They are the one who change how we use technology, and they know why they are doing it for. Now, my argument number two, the ban is already in progress. Countries have already implemented the ban of mobile phones in school are Israel, China, Canada, Australia, and the UK. Russia, India, Belgium, and Germany are also considering a ban. They did this solely for one reason, distraction. At home, we have even more dangers associated with the mobile phone use. As listed by my fellow team members, we demand immediate ban of mobile phones at home too. The American Association of Pediatrics reminds parents that mobile phones are not toys, not recommended for kids to play with. My argument three, several studies have noted misuse of mobile phones resulted in distraction, and this caused safety hazards to children. My argument four, children below 10 are not learned enough to make informed decisions regarding the usage of several apps, which can get them to legal as well as cyberbullying traps. US National Data Cybersecurity shows that children below 12 are increased to susceptibility of cyberbullying. This increase has been recorded as 28% from 2018 to 2019. WHO recommends introducing mobile phone only after preschool. At an earlier stage, children could run the risk of developing adverse tendencies and behavior. Now, I will leave the decision to the floor and esteemed audience to make a choice of your own. Over to debate moderator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Remy. Can I kindly call upon the third team member from the negative team, Toastmaster Sandeep, to unmute and repeat the phrase, fantastic finale.
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster Remy, unmute and repeat fantastic finale.
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. Both of you are audible and visible. Toastmaster Sandeep, you can proceed with your cross-examination for 2 minutes.
Thank you. Sir, do you agree that this is a mobile phone, which you see now?
Yes, I do.
And if I take all the apps out of this mobile phone, will it still remain a mobile phone?
Yes, definitely.
And if I remove an app, which is a gaming app, will the child who's using this phone be able to game on this phone?
He will be able to reinstall the app by
Hold
himself.
on, answer my question. My question was a very simple question. Yes or no?
No, he will be able to install.
I have not asked you that question. Will he be able to game using this mobile phone?
Sir, I can't give the answer what you want.
Okay, let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. You talked about cyber security. If I remove all the social apps from this mobile phone, will cyber security an issue?
Still, cyber security will be an issue.
How, please?
See, that
in a short sentence, please.
Yeah, in a short sentence, even cyber security threats are happening through even messages.
Which messages?
Just text messages.
Which
GSM
type of text
messages.
messages? Okay.
There
Fair
are,
enough.
yeah.
So have you heard about something called parental control?
Yes, sir.
And do you know that this can be used on any single device which is there across the world?
Yes, it can be disabled as well.
Hold on. Can it be done?
It can be disabled as well, sir.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. When you buy a bicycle for your child, do you let him go on the road without your permission or without your supervision?
No, I buy bicycle for child who is old enough to ride that and who knows the road.
I asked you a specific question, sir. Please, do you supervise or not supervise?
I will not supervise a child who knows traffic rules.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You gave me the right answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed for this effective cross-examination. 30 seconds silence. Timers.
So the time is up.
Thank you very much indeed, timer. Toastmaster Sandeep, can you please unmute and say the phrase fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you. You're visible and audible. Third speaker from the negative team giving his constructive speech for 3 minutes, Toastmaster Sandeep.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As was obvious from the cross-examination I did, as well as the cross-examination of all my earlier speakers, it is evident that my opposition team has decided to heap all the evils of all the apps on the poor mobile phone. As they themselves said, the mobile phone is a simple device used to connect to a system and make calls in a wireless fashion. The apps and the reasons for all the distractions, all the safety issues, all the challenges which they have put forward are not an inherent factor of a mobile phone. It is up to us, and it is up to the parent who is giving that mobile phone to the child to decide how much of that apps should be loaded. We have already shown you that, we have already told you that there are mobile phones available with the necessary parental controls, which can be implemented so that these apps go away. The second thing, very important, is whenever we give anything new to a child, we supervise it. We give it and ensure that that is being used properly. So why are we making a differentiation with a mobile phone? A mobile phone is a simple device which can be used by the child productively for two things: to connect with his parents in situations of emergency, and number two, in the current COVID world, to get on with his education. The most important part, if this had not happened, and I'm sure the opposition will bring in the point that it will require an app. But imagine a situation where the only app on a mobile phone is an app which is used for the education, which connects to the school. All your issues regarding the safety, regarding the distractions, go away. How much time I spend with my child is not dependent on whether I give my a mobile phone to my child. It depends on how much time I am ready to give to my child. The mobile phone is only a tool, a device, which is like no other device which is there in your room. One of the earlier speakers talked about the radiation and the challenges of radiation. But do you know that the radiation from a microwave oven is around 200 times that of the radiation coming from a mobile phone? Have we thrown away microwave ovens? No. Finally, let me tell you, sir, that the villain in this whole story of mobile phone is the app. And if anything, it is the app that should be banned and not the mobile phone. Over to you.
Thank you very much indeed, Toastmaster Sandeep. Team captain of the affirmative, Toastmaster Mobera, can you please unmute and say the phrase fantastic finale?
Dear debate moderator, may I request the technical team to spotlight all the contestants and debaters, please? Not sure what happened. Spotlight is gone.
Yep. Try again now, Toastmaster Mobera. Fantastic finale. Technical team, can you please help the team captain from the affirmative? Try now, Toastmaster Mobera. Fantastic finale.
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster Sandeep, can you please repeat? Fantastic finale.
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. Both of you are audible and visible. Toastmaster Mobera, please proceed with your cross-examination for 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, worthy opponent, Mr. Vengsarkar. Sir, would you agree that there are millions and thousands of apps?
Yes.
Okay. And how much time can a parent completely supervise what one child does on his or her mobile?
It depends on how much the parent takes the responsibility of his child.
Correct. So it depends on the parent's ability to make informed decisions.
I said responsibility. I didn't say ability. I said responsibility.
No problems. And do you agree that to conduct educational classes, the mobile phone is not really the correct option? A child needs to use laptops or desktops, wider screens.
At three or four times the cost of a mobile. Yes, I agree.
I can see that the cost factor plays a very important role in the discussion of the negative team. It's okay, sir, noted. Do you agree that the mobile phone, and you say that it's only because of the apps that makes a mobile phone so, and if we remove the apps, it will make it safe. When you talk about microwave oven, when we speak about tobacco, when we spoke about tobacco, initially it was allowed. Are we going to wait for the next 50 years or 60 years when it adversely affects our child's health for data to come up and then we will decide to ban?
No, is
like
that a
we did
speech
for
or
tobacco?
is that a question? Is that a question or is that a speech?
Yes, sir. Are we going to wait for adverse effects to manifest before we decide to ban?
The point is there are no adverse effects of a mobile phone. It is the app which is the adverse effect.
Sir, it is a package. The apps come with the mobile.
No, they don't.
The phones are look around.
If they
Move on. Yeah. Thank you very much. Always the last cross-examination is the most fierce among all cross-examinations. 30 seconds, silence, please. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the technical team to prepare and take both teams to their breakout rooms for the affirmative and negative team. Technical team, please confirm once all debaters, timers, and chief judge are in the breakout room and the 5 minutes can start.
Thank you, debate moderator. Yes. Sharias, please move the debaters into the breakout room. Thank you. Sharias? Okay, I'm moving people into the breakout room. I'll take.
Wait for the notification, please.
CJ and debate moderator, I confirm all the debaters are in their respective rooms, along with timer 2 and timer 3.
Thank you very much, technical moderator. Can you please start now the 5 minutes for the discussion inside the breakout room?
Yes, message sent to them.
We're almost towards the end of the 5 minutes allocated time. At this stage, I'd like to ask the technical moderation team to confirm once both teams are back in the main room.
Noted, debate moderator. We are moving the debaters into the main session. Debate moderator, we confirm all the debaters are in the main session.
Thank you very much indeed. May I also ask you to confirm spotlight on the teams?
Yes.
Affirmative, Captain. Can you please switch on your camera?
Perfect. Thank you very much. Mr. Chief Judge, may we please proceed with the summation part?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much indeed. Team captain of the affirmative side, Toastmaster Mo Bera, can you please unmute and repeat the phrase, fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. 3 minutes summary speech by Toastmaster Team Captain Mo Bera.
Good evening. We, Team Affirmative, continue to stand by our motion because we believe Team Negative has completely lost the case. Team Negative completely relied on the fact that a mobile phone has apps, many apps they agreed, and if a parent deletes or uninstalls those apps, children are safe. They need not bother about the other apps that a child in a fraction of a second can install back on their phone. So the entire premise of Team Negative were delete your apps and you will be safe. They also placed a lot of emphasis on the cost factor, $100, and how does it matter? Sir, when my child's health, my child's speech, my child's thinking ability, cognitive skills are all at stake, it's not the $100. I'd gladly spend $100 on my child, and I'm sure you will, but not when all these foundational skills are at jeopardy, when all these cognitive skills are at risk. They reduce the entire premise. We are trying to urge the House, look at the longer picture, look at the bigger picture, look at the far-reaching impact. But they reduced us to being cats, I think, dancing on a glass ceiling or floor or something. I am very sorry to say, sir, we speak with passion because we are worried about our children and their future, and it's not about the money. Now, coming to our case, we are unflinching, we remain unwavering, and we know that you will, the esteemed jury and the learned audience will support us. We argued several cases that have suggested that reduced adult and child interaction has an impact on the learning and development milestones of the child. A child who is constantly on a phone on a mobile phone, cannot self-regulate. We have given you instances where countries have banned mobile phones. We have spoken to you about the physical dimension, sleep disorders, and other health-related aspects. We also argued that safety and security issues also, how hypocritical of these tech giants. They do not allow their own children to get onto their phones, yet they would like us to believe that their phones with all the software and the smartphone is safe for our children. We established beyond doubt that screen time will affect a child's behavior in terms of social skills, in terms of paying attention, and will severely impact development. Dear esteemed audience and esteemed jury, we urge you to pass this motion empathetically, responsibly. We hold our future generations' safety. We strongly support our motion, and so do you. We are convinced about that.
Thank you very much indeed. Team Captain Mobera, the affirmative side rests the case. 30 seconds silence. Thank you, Mr. Timer. Team captain of the negative side, Toastmaster Karthikeyan, can you please unmute and say the phrase, fantastic finale?
Fantastic finale.
Thank you very much. You're audible and visible. You may now start your 3 minutes summary speech.
Good evening once again. Let me begin by just reminding to the House that a mobile phone is a simple wireless handheld device that allows users to make and receive calls. Now, anything else which happens on this mobile phone is because of an app that is loaded on this mobile phone. Our opposition, as I had predicted and I had informed you earlier, painted the grimmest picture that they can about this poor little device by listing out a lot of problems. All the problems are related to the apps. Every time, speaker after speaker, we were offering them solutions. They were giving problems, we were offering solutions. They were only talking of problems without realizing that the villain of this whole scene is the app. Remove the app, you will free yourself of all the problems. We have also pointed out to them that the app, what you load, makes the phone what it becomes. We have, in fact, informed you about the controls, the apps which are available, phones which are specific for kids, with already apps loaded onto them, which will not allow your kid to cross the digital boundaries that you want. I have given you examples of the Samsung J4. I have also given you the example of the Monq smartphones. Please, if you have not, start venturing into these, bring these phones to your children and give it to them and control their digital boundary. We also have presented to you how important is a mobile phone to a student's life. In COVID times, it has become the only savior for students. Not everybody can afford multiple laptops and multiple devices. The mobile phone has been the savior for 90% of the students who are attending classes online. And believe me, if parents say that they cannot take responsibility for the children, if till that time, believe me, nobody can say. Parent has to take responsibility. They cannot absolve themselves of the responsibility that they have for the child. Like one of the speakers said, I will let my son go without supervision when he drives a bicycle. You cannot do that. The cyber highway is very, very tricky for you to allow him to go alone. You have to handhold him into it and make sure that you put the controls. We are repeatedly giving you solutions. Our speakers also presented before you facts that are important in considering those controls. You have to. As we always say, I've been telling you, the solution to this is not prohibition, regulation and control over what is loaded on a mobile phone. Please delete the apps, load the controls, give your kid the right phone. We do not have the right to block the next generation from getting access to this technology, which will make them grow and prosper. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Negative Team Captain. Your case is now rests. I now declare as debate moderator the end of the argumentation from both affirmative and negative team captains. The summation parts were all as per the rules and regulations, no new material added. Now we shall have 30 seconds of silence.
Debate moderator, may I request the tech moderators to move myself and the two ballot counters to a breakout room, please?
You were one step ahead of me, Chief Judge. Yes, I was about to tell the technical moderator.
Okay, I have received an invite from the technical moderator.
Thank you.
Please confirm once done. Technical team to confirm.
Confirmed.
Thank you very much indeed, technical team. Ladies and gentlemen, in an ideal world and circumstances, we would ask both team members to stand and shake each other's hand. At the end, this is a noble sport, and we leave the floor with all utmost level of professionalism and friendliness. But because of this COVID-19 pandemic, we will just virtually ask you to just wave your hands and declare your no evil intention for your other team members. Thank you very much indeed for a well contested debate this afternoon than this evening. Now, we would like also to appreciate all of our debaters with an award of appreciation, and the certificate of participation will be displayed on the screen to award and appreciate all of the people who participated in tonight's debate. This certificate is proudly presented to, now I think the name is not correct. Yes, here we go, to the team captain of the affirmative team, Mo Bera, for leading critical thinkers into the finale of the Synergy Debate Conference. And second speaker of the affirmative team, Toastmaster Nilufar Samal, for taking the second spot in the critical thinkers team. Third speaker of the critical thinkers team, Toastmaster Remy Raji. And on the negative side, the team that was captained by Toastmaster Kartikeyan M. Thank you very much for your positive and powerful participation. Second speaker from Take Debate, Toastmaster Parashan Trikanad. Thank you very much for taking part tonight. And third speaker from Take Debate, Toastmaster Sandeep Vingasakara. Thank you very much for your participation. With this, for Toastmasters, we come to the end of a beautiful conclusion, a fantastic finale of the Synergy Debate Conference. And I really can't wait for next year to see more excitement and more thrilling argumentation of the spoken word. I truly respect and raise the hat for both teams for making my job tonight such a pleasure and a privilege. The proceedings were done with utmost professional approach by all speakers. Kudos to all of you for a well-fought, a well-contested debate. I leave you tonight with the same level of wishes for either team who won tonight, but all of you are winners. And I hope I can see you again next year in the next Debaters Conference. I hand now the control back to our lovely MC of the day, Toastmaster Vijaya.
Thank you so much, DTM Ahmed Shukri, for conducting that and helming that ship so very competently and smoothly. It was one heated ship, undoubtedly, but it has ended in amicable waters, and thank you so much for that. And to all the amazing debaters, all your arguments are going to keep ringing in our brains for a long time to come. After that heated exchange, I don't know about you all, but I sure need to cool down. And what better way to bring down the mercury levels than getting all of you, you wonderful audience, to switch on your cameras and flash your pearlies for a snapshot that can be locked down for posterity in the annals of the Synergize debate conference. So may I request you all, my dear, dear audience, to switch on your cameras, come out of hiding, and put the spotlight to shame with your dazzling smiles so that our technical team can click your picture.
Waiting for cameras to be on.
Come on, people. You don't have to debate. You don't have to argue. You just need to flash that smile. Come on, it's not asking for much.
I have the first screen complete. Shariaz, are you there?
Okay. Beto, please go on.
Okay, right. Your camera is not on. On a count of 3, 2, 1, all smiles. To the second screen, again, keep the same smiles on. 3, 2, 1. Let me quickly capture. Yes, done. One more. All with a thumbs up. 1, 2, 3. Here you go. Done. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my God. Did you people notice it or not? Definitely it's come down by 3 centigrades, the temperature, because of all those beautiful smiles. I must say, you all are the best audience. Now, moving on, for an event of this magnitude, it is only befitting that we invite some of the brightest shining stars in the galaxy of Toastmasters to come and address this gathering. We are honored to have several dignitaries gracing this occasion, and we would love to hear their thoughts about this evening. At the outset, it is my honor and privilege to present the Region 11 Advisor, DTM James Tarok's message to you all. Could we have the message, please?
Greeting to all those masters of all the participating club in this debate event, hosted by Critical Thinkers Toastmasters Club. Special greetings to all our district leaders who are present and supporting our club members. Now, I think it's time for dinner, and some of you might be thinking, what will they have tonight? So since we're talking about food, how do you like your burger or your shawarma? If I just put a patty on the bread or the chicken or beef meat on a piece of bread, will it look or taste like a burger or shawarma? Now, there's something about this food that makes it a shawarma and a burger, and these are the spices. The spices adds life in our lives. And events like this, the debate, interclub debate, are the spices of Toastmasters. Because apart from the regular meeting, we see our proficient speakers slug it out and honing their best communication skills to prove their propositions. I would like to salute the members who are behind this event for being creative and for rising to to take up the challenge of providing variety to our members. Albeit the online challenges, you continue to provide entertainment of high value for our members to enjoy. Thank you to Toastmaster Gayatri and to Toastmaster Bindu, who are the excellent members behind this event. And for the debaters, thank you for showing us what you have. I know that it is not an easy task to be a debater, but if you are a husband to a wife or a wife to a husband, I guess you know already the drill. I'm just kidding. Enjoy the rest of the program and may the best debater win for this evening. Good evening and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much for that encouraging message. Indeed, debating adds a completely new flavor, a completely new spice to our life. It is now my privilege to invite District 20 Director, DTM Muhammad Salim, to kindly address the audience.
I believe he will be joining a bit later.
Okay, so we shall move on to our next dignitary, whom we all would love to hear from. May I now invite District 116 Director, DTM Thailand. DTM, yeah. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, MC Vijaya. Dignitaries, fellow Toastmasters, officers of this Synergize Debaters Conference, fellow Toastmasters, good evening. It is a pleasure to be part of this Synergize Debaters Conference. First of all, I wanted to thank Critical Thinkers for bringing out this edition of Synergize Debaters Conference. It is a wonderful experience. Last year, I was part of that. I just attended as a spectator and learned it. But this year, my involvement with the Synergize Debaters is totally different. We started a club in District 116. Even before the club was officially launched, we registered ourselves to be the participants of this debate conference. And I requested my team to participate. Of course, it was we were pushed by District Toastmaster Mobera to participate. And when we put it and every people came in, then finally we were short of a person. They said, why not you take it over? So I came in as a leader and I was participating. Wonderful experience I had, great learning for me. Thank you very much for that. And also, one thing very common this year I saw here is the bringing out 4 different countries people together and 2 divisions or 3 districts working together. No, District 20, 105, and 116 working together, and the real coordination between these district members was awesome, very wonderfully done. No? Even though it is done by critical thinkers, a lot of members of District 116 are part of members of critical thinkers, and full District 116 is here in today's event. Very nice to see that. Thank you very much for all the members, District 116, as well as other district members for you. It is a wonderfully done event. And I'm sure next year also we can see a little more participation from other members to do it. Job well done. Thank you very much, Gayatri Madam and Bindu, for great job done. And all the contestants and participating not easy. It is a great job. Brave hearts who contested, job well done. And best wishes for all the finalists. And I'm very proud DTM Mo and other team for getting into the finals because they are part of our this one also. And opponent team also, that our Karthikeyan team also did a wonderful job. Best wishes. Back to you, madam.
Thank you so much, sir. It was so very evident that you have enjoyed every moment of this conference. And This conference has been very aptly named Synergize, which is why all three districts have come together in such beautiful harmony. Now, may I invite District 116 CGD DTM Rajesh VC to please address the gathering.
Rajesh, you are on mute. Okay.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, dignitaries, fellow Toastmasters, and debaters. Good evening. Congratulations to Critical Thinkers Toastmasters Club to bringing this initiative. Special congratulations to Synergize Debaters Conference organization. You have made this happen. What a wonderful way of conducting an event in style with all the professional excellence. Amazing show. Congratulations to all the debaters, contestants who have made up to this level and shown up a great show. Debating is one of the skills which is very crucial these days. Learning this skill will add value to our professional life. Being an audience, I learned a lot from MC, from the moderator, and from the contestants. There's no doubt in it. I always stay back these days about debating. But hearing on today's debate, I learned many things where I don't have to stay back. I can speak out with facts and figures. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I wish all the contestants very best and may the best contestant win when the results are declared. Thank you so much and back to Master.
Thank you so much, sir. I think you have echoed most of our sentiments because many of us hesitate in taking up debating because we are worried whether we will be able to do justice to it. So very inspiring thought. I'm sure next year we'll have many more debaters coming forward. May I invite, is DTM Mohammed Salim in the audience now? DTM Gayatri?
I can't see him. I think we will take his comments as he logs in a bit later.
Sure.
And I know that his best wishes are with us.
Okay.
So let's continue.
Okay, thank you so much. As you all are aware, no event, especially an event which involves 4 countries and 3 districts, is possible without the efforts of a team. It is never, never an individual's effort. As mentioned at the outset, it is a synergy of several individuals. And it is only right to acknowledge each and every person who has contributed to the success of this event. As a very small token of appreciation for our unsung heroes, we would like to present these certificates of appreciation to them. And my dear audience, once again, I want you to burn some calories and get your hands together and applaud these unsung heroes. So here we go, and please keep the virtual applause going. Toastmaster Bindu Pillai, the event chair, organizing team. Next. DTM Gayatri Ravindran, the event chair, organizing team. A huge round of applause. DTM Noor Muhammad, tech support, organizing team. Toastmaster Sweta Raghuraman, Tech Support Organizing Team. DTM Leo Ortega, Tech Support Organizing Team. Toastmaster Ajita Sadashivam, Tech Support Team. Toastmaster Vishal Edward Khan, Tech Support Team. Toastmaster Neshi Kumar, Tech Support Team. Toastmaster Shehriaz Kandi, Tech Support Team. DTM Faisal Jamil, our Chief Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Yusuf Al Saloom, Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Anuradha Kamath, Event Lead Timer. Toastmaster Ala Alatiki, Event Timer. Toastmaster Mariaset Ordanza, Event Timer. Toastmaster Vishal Edward Khan, Ballot Counter. Toastmaster Nufaiza Ali, Ballot Counter. Toastmaster Mustafa Ali, Ballot Counter. Toastmaster Aji Joshua, Ballot Counter. Thank you so much to each one of you for making this event a huge success. Now, I would just like to mention a small little story about a US jet fighter pilot in Vietnam, Charles Plum. Charles Plum had completed 75 combat missions when he was shot down. He was ejected and parachuted into enemy hands, where he spent 6 years in a Vietnamese prison. One day a man came up to him and asked him, he said, "You're Plum, aren't you? You flew jet fighters in Vietnam from the aircraft carrier Kitty Hawk, and you were shot down." Plum was absolutely puzzled and asked, "How did you know about that?" And the man replied, "I had packed your parachute." The man then shook his hand and said, "I guess it worked." And Plum assured him it had and said, "If your chute hadn't worked, I wouldn't be here today." He thought a lot about that man who held the fate of someone he did not know in his hands. He kept pondering how many times he might have seen the guy and not said anything, because he was a fighter pilot and the stranger was just a sailor. Charles Plum is now a motivational speaker, and he keeps telling the story to thousands of people, and he asks his audiences, who's packing your parachute? Whether it is a personal or work-related incident in our life, many people have a hand in our parachutes. Are you taking the time to acknowledge and thank and reward them? It's so easy to overlook the work of many, but it takes just a little note of appreciation and thanks. So may I now invite the charismatic event chair, Toastmaster Bindu Pillai, to present the vote of thanks. Bindu Pillai is an IT manager working with Hamad International Airport, Qatar. She joined Toastmasters in 2018. Currently, a member of 2 clubs in District 116, KEF Toastmasters and Mekchiani 1 Toastmasters Qatar, and a chartered member of Critical Thinkers in District 20. Toastmaster Bindu has been associated extensively with public relations and branding in District 116, and she is the recipient of the PR Champion Award this term. Over to you, Toastmaster Bindu Pillai.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Before we go to the vote of thanks, I would like to appreciate some more role players. Certificate of appreciation for our dear Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Vijaya Sukumar, Take the Bait, from the Take the Bait Club. Next is our debate moderator, Distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Shukri. And next to our Chief Judge for the Synergize Debaters Conference 2021, Distinguished Toastmaster Safir Aziz. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dignitaries from all the districts, passionate Toastmasters, debate enthusiasts, wonderful debaters, debate moderators, chief judge, anonymous judges, organizing team members, role players, members of all participating clubs, members of the hosting club, critical thinkers, distinguished guests from all across the globe, an eventful and fantastic evening to all of you. I still cannot believe that the grand finale has come to an end. What an exciting 2 weeks it has been. A lot of planning, organizing, brainstorming, trainings, meetings, dry runs, PR activities, flyer creations, video creations, whatnot. Members from different districts join hands in making this event a grand one. As an event chair, I'm on behalf of my co-event chair, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri Ravindran, I thank one and all for your participation. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we are all geared to know which team is the winner. Before the chief judge announced the results, I have a list of participants that I need to acknowledge. Let me start off with acknowledging all the clubs that have participated in Synergize Debaters Conference 2021 from 3 districts and 4 different nations: Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, UAE. A big thank you to all the debaters. You wizards of words have had set the floor on fire. Every debate was crucial and a learning experience for each one of us. A big thank you to the hosting club, Critical Thinkers, President Toastmaster Prince George, and the enthusiastic ExCom for supporting the decision to host the event. Myself, a proud chartered member of the club. A big thank you and all cheers to our wonderful debaters. Thank you for all the arguments and rebuttals, conclusions that each one of you have put forward. You made us think your way. It doesn't matter whether you won or not. The winner is ultimately always the debate. It was definitely a lifetime experience to see each one of you flaunting in your own ways. Do join us next year as well. We are all teamed up to raise the debating awareness in the region. Moving on to the Chief Surgeon at Arms, distinguished Toastmaster Faisal Jamil. Thanks for being there and starting all sessions with such energy. I extend my thanks to the young and handsome Surgeon at Arms, Yusuf Al Saloom too. Now the timers who were with us, Toastmaster Anuradha Kamath, she has been an exemplary support throughout. Toastmaster Marisette, Toastmaster Ala Alatiki, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri, who had pitched in when we had technical issues with timer 3. Our ladies of time, a big thank you to all of you, and it was my pleasure to get a chance to interact with each one of you. Moving on to our ballot counters, Toastmaster Vishal, Toastmaster Nufaiza Ali, Toastmaster Mustafa Al Said, Toastmaster Aji Joshua. Thank you for taking up the roles and being part of the Debaters Conference. Next, I thank all the stalwarts, our debate moderators, distinguished Toastmasters all, Ramesh Anandaraman, Amor de la Cruz, Rajiv Nayak, Ahmed Shukri, and Toastmaster Hazem Al-Alawi. All of you have done an exemplary job in moderating each round of the debate. Next, I move on to the Master of Ceremonies, distinguished Toastmaster Ain de la Cruz, our newbie Toastmaster Girija Devi, distinguished Toastmaster Abdul Nabi Alwardi, Toastmaster Alina Paul, and Toastmaster Vijaya Sukumar. What an energy have you brought into our event and have made each session a memorable event for all of us. I wish we join hands next year too. Let me move on to the organizing team in which I am also a part of. Kudos to one and all of the organizing team members. Distinguished Toastmaster Noor Mohammed, thank you for all your guidance and technical support. You were instrumental in hosting the Debaters Conference website, and this will stay as a reference point for the years to come. Distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri Ravindran, thank you for being a teacher, a guide to each one of us, and ensuring quality in whatever we do. The coordination and effort that you have put in is beyond words. I have learned a lot from you on mentoring and guiding your peers. Distinguished Toastmaster Leo Ortega and Shweta Ragraman, oh, what do I say? We were always together in one or the other events in District 116, and it is our maiden conference together outside the district. As an organizing team, together, we really achieved more than what we expected. Moving on to the technical team, thanks once again to Leo and Shweta, myself included. A big thank you to our techie, Vishal Edward Khan. I surely wish you would tell us one day the story behind your name. Thank you, Ajita Sadashivam, for all the technical support rendered. It was wonderful to have met you here. Thank you, Shariaz and Naishi, our technical experts from the District 116, for accepting our invitation and your willingness to assist us for the Debaters Conference. And I'm sure it would have been a different experience for both of you. Thank you to all the dignitaries from different districts who joined us to address the event. Your presence was a confidence booster and an acknowledgement of all our successful efforts. Moving on to the judges. Thank you to all the judges for taking up this challenging role, and I'm sure it would have been definitely an experience for each one of you. You have played a very crucial role in identifying the right winner. Now it's time for Thanksgiving to this wonderful person, our Chief Judge, distinguished Toastmaster Safir Aziz, who has been with us since last year in making this event a grand success. In spite of all the health challenges he had, he managed to build a team of anonymous judges from across the globe. On behalf of the entire organizing team, we thank you for all the efforts you have put in to bring out the right winner. Thank you all once again for making this a grand event. And I'm humbled and honored for having been offered the role as an event chair. And thank you for all the support rendered. Don't forget to leave your feedback to our organizing team. These lessons learned will definitely help us in better preparing ourselves for the years to come. Let me now hand over the baton to our wonderful Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Vijaya Sukumar. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bindu. And I'm sure, I don't know about you, but I can actually sense the excitement building. It is so thick, the air around. I think we could cut it with a knife because everyone is waiting with bated breath. and to end the suspense and tell us who the winners are of the Synergize Debate Conference 2021 Fantastic Finals, may I invite Chief Judge DTM Safir Aziz to please announce the results.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies Vijaya. I have only a 10-minute speech prepared before we announce the result. Is it okay with you? Okay. I have a couple of comments. I just want to add to what Bindu said. We had a panel of 23 plus judges identified, or we had more than that identified. In fact, 23 people judged in the contest on 4 days, and some of them were available on all 4 days. And a couple of them were from India, where the contest starts at 9 o'clock, and the first 2 days it went up to 12:30 in the night. So I want to thank every individual who are part of the judging panel. Huge thank you from my side, and as well as the organizing team side, for taking the effort and ensuring that we had the wonderful results that we have seen so far. And the second aspect that I would like to mention before I go on to announcing the results, Bindu mentioned that this is a regional contest. And I want to put in a suggestion in front of the organizing team. Next year, we don't want this to be a regional event. It has to go international, as were the judging panel this year. It was an international judging panel coming from multiple districts in India, Middle East, and even we had members from the US joining in. So please take this as a suggestion. Next year, the Synergize Debaters Conference go international. Let's now move on to the results. Bindu, will you be sharing the screen? The winner certificates? Yeah.
Yep.
So the best debating team of the Synergize Debaters Conference is Take Debate, the negative team today. Master Karthikeyan, Toastmaster Prashant, and Toastmaster Sunny. Indeed. Congratulations. The best debater, Toastmaster Karthikeyan of the negative team from the Take Debate team. Sorry, Bindu, you have it wrong. The best debater is Toastmaster Karthikeyan of Take Debate team. Congratulations, Karthikeyan, while the certificate gets ready.
Is it a good opportunity to say something, Chief Judge, with your permission?
Please go ahead, Gayatri.
I have an idea Karthikeyan is going to smile. You know what it is? It's the gray hairs that win. Karthikeyan, you saved it by not dyeing your hair white. So the combination worked. My words were prophetic.
The tech moderator, please spotlight Karthikeyan. Let's see his gray hair. We don't see any gray hair.
No, we don't. We don't.
Gray hair is an indication of gray cells.
Well. Also, the other side, if you are dyeing your hair, Karthikeyan, please don't. But whatever you're doing right now, it's fine. It's worked very well. Congratulations. Very happy.
Okay, Bindu, if you are ready. If not, we'll go ahead. We have one more winner to be announced, or the best debate runner-up to be announced. Yeah, winning team. Yeah, Karthikeyan, best debater. Congratulations. We have a runner-up debater, best debater. And the best debater runner-up is Mo Bera. And one last announcement, not an announcement, information. It was a tough contest, especially the final. We had to use a tie-breaking judge to break the tie for the team. And even for the best debater and runner-up, it was a close contest. So both teams have done exceptionally well. And it was, we had to break the tie to announce a winner. So that's what we did. Congratulations to both the teams. Special congratulations to the Take Debate team from Dubai. Well done. We look forward to seeing you all next year. Back to Vijaya.
Thank you so much, Chief Judge. And congratulations to Take Debate Toastmasters Club. And I'm like the cat that has the cream because that's my club too. And congratulations to the critical thinkers. That was such a superb fight put up by you all. Now, may I request the tech team to click the pictures of our superstars, our debaters this evening. So can we have them in spotlight and get them to get their due
All right, noted. I'm just
photograph.
putting everybody on the spotlight. Negative team. I mean,
it looks like, being negative is the in thing now, whether it is Corona or a team.
could we also have the moderators and the event chairs in the spotlight? Debate moderator Ashra. Ahmed Shukri, are you there? Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, have we got our pictures?
Just a second, and everybody's all right. Clicking in 1, 2, and
3. Are we done?
Well, in just a second, I have to make sure that everybody. CJ, are you there? I mean, can we have you also on this? Let me put CJ also in the.
Yes, I'm here. So, thank you.
The cheeks were beginning to pain.
Okay. Clicking in 1, 2, and excellent. Great. Thank you so much.
Done?
Over to you.
Okay. Now, may I request the winning captain, DCM Karthikeyan, to come and say a few words and tell us how those gray cells have worked so actively despite dyeing them black. Please unmute yourself.
Well, I know I've still got gray hair. You should know, Vijay. When you come to meetings, I will show you the gray hair. It was a wonderful event. In fact, I'll have to congratulate the opposition team. Fantastic job. In fact, they gave us a tough fight. The moment we knew that they were the finalists, we had to put in extra work. We knew that they are a team which goes very exhaustive in their research and comes up with a lot of information in their speeches. I think I'll have to congratulate them for that and for giving us, being the pace setters for us and urging us to outshine ourselves, do better than what we were doing earlier. On the whole, I think it was my teammates, great work, Sandeep and Prashant. And Sandeep especially, because every time he is in India, so it's a big, it's a 1.5 hour or 2.5 hours. There's a big time difference between us and him, and it's always like midnight when we are speaking to him. He's like half asleep when we are talking to him most of the time. So it is a lovely event. We all enjoyed being here. The most thing is, it's not about winning. It is the experience. It's the experience of communicating. It's an experience of going and researching for new material and getting to know. We all gained. Whether who won, who did not win is not the matter. But every single team which participated in this debate has gained because we all have spent time researching and trying to learn about a subject which otherwise we would not have addressed. That is the great learning, and we are very happy. And of course, I'll have to say that we're glad that we won. We're glad to take debate presence felt outside the country. And I guess Vijaya is here, our ex-president. We really enjoyed, and thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity to the event organizers.
Thank you so much. And so very rightly said, actually, it's not about the winning, it is the experience, because the experience leaves each one of us so very enriched with the various thoughts that come across. And only when a topic is brought to light do we bother to think about it, to ruminate over it, to mull over it. So what an evening, ladies and gentlemen, what an evening this has been. Absolutely a wonderful experience. Our debaters did not hesitate to reveal their verbal claws and present all their arguments in such a logical and structured manner. Each and every debater who has participated is a true winner. I'm sure all of you will agree that perspectives do matter to you and to the people around you. For a man who's stranded on a desert island, seeing a boat is a sign of hope for him to be rescued and returned to his homeland. But to a man who has been drifting on that boat for days, seeing the land for the first time is a sign of food, life, and civilization. So from whichever person's perspectives, things do appear differently. And when you are in the shoes of one of them, you will never know. You will know how exactly the other person feels. We have heard differing points of view over the 3 rounds of debates on a gamut of topics ranging from alternative energy, remote work productivity, United Nations reform, artificial intelligence, money being the biggest, working from home or remote working. Believe me, it has been 3 days of non-stop information overload. And a lot has been said, a lot has been discussed, debated, a lot to mull over and ruminate. So with that, I'm going to wish you all a life full of discussion and debate, as that is what makes each one of us a thinking individual. And it's going to enhance our life, helping us to take more informed decisions and enabling us to live a fuller life. On that note, let me call it a night and say good night, stay safe, stay masked, and keep expressing your point of view with a lot of panache. Thank you.
Bindu and Gayatri, congratulations. Well done. Great job. Well done. You were the key people in the entire organizing team. And I think both of you have the word synergize in your character, because that's what you did exactly. Congratulations on a job well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief Judge, for all your kind words. Thank you, Irancha Abidipille, for all your kind words. And Vijaya, thank you so much for all those lovely thoughts. While we have heard Karthikeyan's views, I'd like to hear more, what Mo feels.
Thank you, Gayatri. First and foremost, Toastmaster Karthikeyan and team, congratulations. Job well done. We would still like to meet that tie-breaking judge for sure. Where is he?
Now we know why judges are kept anonymous.
Yeah. So, no, jokes apart, the feeling is mutual. The minute we heard that we have to take the bait, we too, we had to, but it was a wonderful learning experience. Thank you, DTM Gayatri and Bindu, for motivating us and for giving us such a wonderful learning experience. Like everyone rightly said, we were all cocooned in our own worlds, and we've all stepped virtually out of our own peripheries, and that itself is a great learning. And I'm very happy to be on this platform on behalf of my team. I thank each and every one of you, and I will be looking out for that judge. Thank you.
We will.
We are keeping him safe.
How long?
Gayatri, you now need to sponsor a vacation, in a long vacation for the tie-breaking judge, the Bharat Countess and myself.
We'll get to that. For sure. Well noted. Well noted.
But wonderful. It was so good. Can we get back to our families, our children?
I think these two.
Don't give them a mobile phone.
These have been very intense. Very intense. 2.5 weeks have been very intense.
Oh my goodness.
Almost 3 weeks have been intense.
Like Karthikeyan said, what we have read up in the last 2 weeks, I don't think we've done that kind of concentrated reading in the last 2 years. Because with the mobile phone, like Mr. Vengsarkar says, throughout the competition, I called you Dilip Vengsarkar. Take it as a compliment.
We actually call him that. He's a very stylish guy. Yes. Just like Dilip Vengsarkar.
I'm sure. But so much reading and so much learning and so much to carry back to our own clubs and our own areas, because that's how we all grow together. So thank you very much.
Okay. Good night. Take care, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Gayatri.
Bye.
Bye. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Vijaya. Thank you so
always.
much.
Thank
So
you.
much.
Thank you so much, Vijaya.
Thanks a lot. Thanks to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Lovely meeting you. Thank you.
Meeting you too.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joshua. Thank you. Multiple times, Toastmaster Joshua.
Thanks, Mustafa.
And Gayatri, just wanted to say, the first year there were 4 teams, the second year 8 teams, and I hope the next year it'll triple and reach.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Okay, bye-bye. Good night.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joshua. Thank you so much. Anuradha's left, is it?
I'll stop the recording now.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Are you speaking, Toastmaster Joshua? We can't hear you.
You're mute.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, Gayatri and Bindu, very well done. Good job. I'm Joshua from Bahrain. I've been in Toastmasters for the last 20 years. I've been part of District 29 with Safir and all this. So we actually enjoy being it because we are one district, all the GCC plus Jordan. I'm not much into debating, but my wife is Aji. Aji was the.
Aji Joshua.
Correct. Aji
Okay,
Joshua, yes.
okay, right.
So I was division director in 2017. Now I am the president-elect of Indian Club Toastmasters. So Aji was telling so much about you because you all joined in 2018, I think.
Me, yes, but Gayatri ma'am, it would be
2016. No, just 2 years before you, 2016.
Yeah. No, because with Mr. George, the Qatar, what is his name? George Thomas? No. George Thomas
George
and
Thomas, yes.
Sunny.
George
Thomas.
And Sunny was there.
Sunny was also there.
and George Thomas, we all were together in from 2002 onwards, actually, when the GTAC, from the moment the District 79 started, we are all part of it, actually. And we used to meet at the Toastmasters International in Orlando.